elementary school here, elementary school there. He sent him to about 3 schools by the time he arrived in Eisenach. And there's Luther's Eisenach home. Some of these sites I'm showing you, I've had the privilege of visiting. This is one of them. And there in the Eisenach school, there was a tradition in the school. And the tradition was that the young scholars would go door to door and sing for their food. Not that they were poor, but this was a tradition. Young scholars would go up and down the streets, sing for their supper. And Martin, in his experience at Eisenach, at this school, would later refer to his experience as purgatory and hell. Those are the 2 words he used, and he wrote that. It seems that being a gifted child, that he attended some of these schools which really didn't have high standards in Martin's day. What happens to a gifted child in a classroom that's not challenged?
Get bored.
This was Martin. It seems that he was not challenged. Well, finally at the age of 19, his father enrolled him at the University of Erfurt. And there is where he went to his first university experience. You know how he describes this experience?
Better.
At this university? He later described the school as a beer house of prostitution. It seems that Martin already had some high ideals when it came to ethics and morals. And he writes how he was just abhorred at what was going on at that university, that all the students there wanted to do was to have beer parties. Things haven't changed too much. And he writes very negatively about that experience. Again, he wasn't challenged too well either. Although he was faithful in his studies. He was faithful in his studies. At that university, he did master Latin and Greek. Mastered them. The real change in Martin's life, trying to study to become a lawyer, happened one evening when he was riding horseback back to school from visiting his parents' house. And as he was riding horseback, lightning struck so close to him it knocked him off the horse. And immediately, with already a mind receptive, because he always did want to talk about God. He was always interested in God. He got that from his mother. Immediately when that happened, and he was knocked off his horse, he cried out, "Help, Saint Anna! I will become a monk." And he made the vow right there, which he did keep. He said, "I made a promise to God I would become a monk, and I'm going to stick with my promise." He had really good ethics. And so, immediately, he left law school, he sold his books, and he entered a closed Augustinian friary in Erfurt on the 17th of July, 1505. Now, how do you think his father responded to that? His father had invested all those funds in his education. And you can read, if you want to read some of Luther's writings, he actually writes what his father said. Some of it I can't repeat up here. He thought that it was going to be a total waste of his education. And his father, for a long time, would not even talk to him. He was in a cloistered friary. They called them friaries. Now, we're not talking about early McDonald's. No, this is friary, from Fried, okay? That's what they called him.